Okay, we're gonna bump Jack 9 suited. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Sorry about that. We're just getting everything kind of set up. I see my camera has frozen again. We will try to fix that. Uh, Not sure what's going on with this camera. It seems to freeze pretty consistently. So feel free to post in the chat if you notice the camera's frozen and I do not. Uh, Hopefully we can keep that running and avoid this constant resetting of the camera. But if not, we'll do our best to keep an eye on it and just kind of keep rolling through. So here in the bottom left, we see bet. We get check raised on 10-8-6. We get full potted on the 10x turn. Uh, I wouldn't really give this villain much credit for bluffing here with like 7-8, 6-7, 9x, stuff like that. So probably just going to fold to a check raise and full pot barrel. Reality is he probably just has like pocket eights, pocket sixes, or potentially a 10x, but I think that's pretty unlikely. 10 actually makes me want to continue calling a little bit. Um, but like these villains literally just play their hand strength. And if he did decide to overplay top pair, he now got there. So I think we'll just let this one go. Could easily be 7-9 as well. And then if we learn more as we go, we can realize that's a mistake folding to this particular villain. But I think if he was bluffing flop, he is definitely going to be slowing down on the turn 10. So when he continues blasting, I think it's a pretty clear-cut fold. And we're just going to switch over to full screen. But before we do, if you guys are looking for a hand tracker, stat tracker, um, it right below the camera that is now frozen again is the hand to note software. It's actually running a promo right now where it is 50% off. Um, so I would highly recommend getting that now. It is definitely, even if you're not going to use it heavily, if you can get it for 50% off, it's super, super worth it now. Uh, Normally, I wouldn't recommend getting it unless you intend to use it because it's quite expensive. But when you can buy it for a full year for half the price, it is worth it, even if you're using it as just a tracking software. So make sure you just look below the camera, go to Hand to Note, and use my promo code, and you'll save an extra 10%. Try to get the camera back again here. Looks like it's potentially pro. Oh, we're back. Um, 3-bet the ace queen. And we're going to check raise here with the gut shot and backdoor flush draws. And we take it down in the bottom right. I think we're just kind of spewing money to pocket napkins here. We'll have to start paying a little bit more attention. Given that he's short stack, we should just be getting a little bit more aggressive, I think, pre-flop. We can call, we can 3-bet here with pocket eights. I think the hand just plays overall a lot simpler with pocket eights 3-betting. 5-6 is more likely to call. Eights, I think, probably just need to 3-bet here. Missed a c-bet here at the top left. Oh, excuse me. Okay, folding here, checking here, and okay, we're just going to adjust to full screen. Here we go. And we're going to barrel here, half pot on this board, some portion of the time. He calls flop. We're going to block bet turn. And over here against web chickadee, I think we just double barrel here. And we're going to block bet river as well. I think this particular villain will probably call down too wide. We'll call down probably 5s, 6s, 7s as well. If we get raised, it'll be interesting. So I don't think he raises a 10 here. Might raise a flush, might raise a ace 5, but I doubt it. Probably doesn't raise a 4 too often either. Interesting shove. So I don't really believe him. Likely going to be calling here. I don't think he does this. I mean, our bets don't look like a flush, though, is kind of the issue. they also look like they're not a flush, and even though we have this villain marked as a fish, I think he's kind of like a spewy, sort of aggressive um, wreck. So I'm kind of leaning towards calling here. I think there's a good chance he does have us beat. Just don't really believe him in this particular scenario. So the flop went check, check, calls turn, and then shoves over the river. I think because we checked flop, we could fold here, potentially. Seems more likely he can have straights and flushes when we check flop, I think. All right, doing a little bit too much folding, I think, here. So this Croat Gug is playing, yeah. So maybe I should have called. He's playing NL25 up to NL50. Might need a retag for this particular villain. Okay, let's just see here, make sure everything is up and running on the streams. Let's just go to our channel, check back on the camera. It's still working for now. And YouTube should be up and running as well, I think. Yes. Okay, so the stream is live on YouTube. It is very early in the morning, so yeah, the camera looks like shit too. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Maybe if I leave uh, the flashlight off, won't freeze. Does look like shit though, but we'll roll with that theory for a little bit. Okay, so YouTube is up and running, and we also have Twitch up and running as well. Fold the 90s, fold 6-4. Generic goat 3 bets us. We can 4 bet, we can call. I think we'll call this one. Not a great board for us. 10-3-5. He goes pretty small here, which is interesting. Okay, we're gonna call. Ace is no good for us. We're gonna check now. Anything like that wasn't Queen King Ace. The plan was to donk lead turn, and then check shove river potentially, or just shove river depending how we were feeling. But once the ace rolls off, we're kind of just done with the hand. Okay, we lose the ace jack in the top left. We're 3 betting the ace 5 suited here as well. Interesting. Get 4 bet here. Guess we defend. It's relatively small 4 bet. Okay, fold queen 10. We are going to call here at the ace 5. So when he 4 bets, bets small, and barrels again. Um, Probably just gonna let the ace 5 go here, I think. Is called 3 bet from cutoff with 5 off soon. Okay. So he's definitely a spewy fish. Tough to say if we continue here with the ace 5. I mean, if we call pre and we hit the ace, theoretically we should be just calling down. But I think when they keep barreling, it's pretty tough, especially when there's a queen out there. So it's like, you know, kings aren't going to be blasting with the ace out there. Ace queen probably doesn't 3 bet. We have a lot of ace queen in our calling range. Um, it is tough to put him on a hand that would keep blasting there. It's not a bluff. So potentially we should be calling down. We block ace king, blah blah blah. But I think in general he probably just has it. And we know what to do here when he shoves this particular villain. Three bet the king 10 suited, fold the four deuce. Flop checks, he bets small, we call. I think we're just gonna call down against this villain with the nines. Seems that every time you check, he is like attacking a little bit. So I think probably just need to make a bit of a stand here uh, with this hand. Yeah. Okay. And let's go for a check raise here. Hmm. This is an interesting spot. Probably need to check or just like shove essentially. We do check. We do hit the king. It's a good card. We can call river bets now. Hmm. Probably not against an overbet though. Interesting. I think we fold here. I mean, we block all the flush draws. Like, what do we really beat here that's like check raising? Since, especially when we kind of block so much. Hmm. I did get there with the ace. That's fine. I don't know. Tough spot there. I'd like to see this guy's hands. I feel like he's probably potentially blasting a lot. Pretty nitty though. Again, against this villain, I'm just going to call. I just feel like he's really starting to attack too much, so I want to start calling pretty wide here against him. Yeah, it's exactly what he's doing. Okay, full 10-7 suited. Let's see bet small here. We have some better hands to keep attacking with. I'm just going to jam against this guy's stack. Queen 9, beautiful. Call one here at the ace 4 after checking back flop. He then checks turn. I think we'll just check down. We can run it twice here, yep. Okay, fold the king 3. It's a massive hand for us here, so given the board texture though, if we aren't checking, we're barreling pretty big. Does get there on the second run out, unfortunately. Okay. Let's hope somebody has a set of sixes. And we will defend against the 3-bet here. We do lose to King Jack Hearts. Okay, 3-bet here. We do lose to 7-8. And we're just gonna be check calling here in the bottom right. Okay, hold the 6-5, Jack 9 off. So it looks like it's for whatever reason when I put the camera's like light on, it's causing it to like spew out. Uh, okay, just value bet river. Okay, and obviously we're getting the money in. Excuse me, getting the money in the top left here. When we get shoved on like that, it's likely that he checked back a flush draw on the turn, and then just got there on the river. Potentially, I don't really give him feeling too much credit for being willing to like bluff shove there. Um, but I still think we should be block betting for value with the ace queen. Jacks versus ace six. And we're gonna bump the 7-5 suited. He wants to run it one time, so we're just fading that ace ball. Good turn. He pays so much to try to cash out. Like almost basically six bigs. That's insane. When versus a three outer, like you don't have very many spots where you're bigger favorite than that. Excuse me. Dr. Jamie, I think, is just like a very tight opener. Um, so we're gonna reel in some of our three bet range just because he's gonna have such a very, very strong range. So we don't need to be bluffing versus him um, too much. Here we'll just go small. Anything that's like not a jack or a 10 just folds probably. We'll peel one against the min click just because we have the 10. And then we're going to min bet, or not min bet, but bet small, bet small. And we get aces up here. We're going to three bet those. And we're going to tiny bet again. And we're going to four bet the jacks. Given his stack size, we probably just get it in. We probably overplays like ace, queen, sevens, eights, nines, kind of stuff. And then a lot of his range will end up being ace, king, of course, but that's fine with us. We're happy to flip with jacks. We should have overbet here with the queen tens. Okay, I'm just looking to hold. Probably shouldn't be calling here with this guy. We just need to squeeze, basically. Okay, we got to dodge one more card. Multi-way, we can just go a bit smaller. Nice. Okay, kings here in the top left. All right, so we let the queen 10 go here. Just playing a little too passive here in the bottom right. Put that up, yeah, big time too passive. And bump up the kings, fold the queen 6 off. Okay, it's a pretty good turn card for us. Just attack. I like to be relatively polar on a lot of turns. Again, we have a very tight villain here, so we're not going to be looking to let him kind of bet into us with his pair plus draws and stuff. I am going to call down here. I think this guy's check, 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 check. Pretty much just have to call at that point. And what are we at? We're getting 3-1 with ace queen. Ace is probably good a lot. Queen's probably good a lot. And then king ball is probably good a lot. So we're just getting proper odds to call there. Or king's always good and running diamonds. So not much to do but call there. And again on the turn here, we're just gonna double barrel, pick up more outs, and we do get there pretty cleanly. We do get there as well on the flop and turn. And we do fold out Motley for life here in the top left. Fold Jack 5, fold 9, 7. Fold the Ace 5. Okay, appreciate everybody who is checking out the stream, working on growing the channel. Okay, open up the Ace Jack. We do open a little bit bigger than GTO just because the pool is not three betting anywhere near enough, so we just end up winning a lot more money. I was doing this for a bit, and then I stopped doing it for probably like 80,000 hands. There wasn't a huge difference, but I mean, I guess it depends on your definition of huge, but there's at least a big blind um, in per 100 difference between um, opening larger and the opening smaller. So we've kind of brought it back into the game. Okay, so we see that flop, and he leads into us on this turn. Um, which if I had a made hand, which unfortunately we don't, I'd be raising this because it kind of feels like 5-6, um, 7-8, like that type of range. And unfortunately, we're just gonna have to let this go. We just don't have anything, and I don't think it was gonna be too much we fold out there when we block Jack 10. 6-7 has the nuts. And we're definitely gonna be raising two pair here. Fold 4 deuce off, fold the 8-6. Okay, we're gonna let 7 deuce offsuit go as well. Fold Jack 4. See if there's any other. No, there's no other 50 tables running. Okay, bump here, fold here. We are going to be three betting ace 10 off. Even deep, they'll make a lot more mistakes. Fold here. Given that we're 120 bigs deep, 11 bigs is relatively small. We are just going to be set mining here. Holy man. So we cold three bet, or they raise, we three bet, we get two cold calls. I think we just go 10% here. And we will be folding the fives. We'll upgrade this guy to just this. Okay, flop two pair. Okay, and we're going to barrel relatively large here. Again, these are both recreational players, so I'm not looking to go small. We just want to attack whatever range they have. They will never recognize what we're doing, and they will never exploit us. So there's no reason to be going small in these scenarios. We just want to attack them and get as much money in there as we can while we have the best hand. And then we can pretty comfortably slow down if like a 9 falls off, something along those lines. Okay, he checks back flop. We're going to attack here on the turn. And we're going to attack here in the top left as well. Lots of straight draws, flush draws, pair plus. There's not really any pair plus draws, but so we just want to attack here. He checks back flop, does a lot of checking, so with his stronger hands for sure, I think this villain. I do kind of want to call here. Whoa, what in the heck? I'm gonna call here. I just need to see what he has. 10-9. Yeah. Okay. Didn't make a ton of sense either. I'm gonna peel one here with the 10, but I'm not really looking to. I don't think I can call a shove here from this villain. What happened? We raised. He just calls out of the small blind. We lose to Queen 10, King 10, Ace 10, Pocket 8s, Pocket 4s. Do we give villain credit for bluffing with like Jack 9 hearts and continuing with it? No. Uh, do we give villain credit for bluffing like Queen 9 or Jack Queen? No. And the camera froze. I think I just folded Jack 10 here. The camera didn't freeze. We're still good. Stream is so laggy though, or like low quality on YouTube. It's gross. Hopefully it's not as bad for you guys, but just streaming to the Twitch. Like Twitch is clear as day. Hmm. Okay. And we're gonna barrel here, check here, fold ace deuce. It's an interesting spot. I think you could almost. I don't think you can fold turn because you do have outs potentially. Like if he has pocket eights, pocket fours, you have a jack, you have a 10 to give you the best hand. Could have some combo draws and stuff. Tough to say. Not getting very far here in this NL 100 table. Table's pretty shitty. Starting to feel like Crow Tugs is maybe a reg. Had him pegged as a. Oh, well, we're not getting odds here to call, so we just have to let it go. Okay. Okay, and check here. Fold the Jack 5, fold the Jack 6. We'll bump up the 9-8 off, fold the Jack 5, off suit. And we'll fold the 10 deuce of hearts. Fold the Jack deuce. Hmm, interesting. So, once, I don't know. Feel like I still want to keep bluffing here because I don't think we beat very much, but wouldn't give this villain credit for folding an ace. And he's never three betting, so he has hands like ace jack, ace king, ace queen probably in there quite often. So I think we just have to give up if he calls. Um, and we pair up. If we don't pair up, we're gonna bluff significantly more often. Um, but I think once we pair up and we do beat his random hands, like he had 4-5 there, I'm gonna value bet here with the jacks. I think he calls like this small bet with any pocket pair. And I don't think like he's not the type to like check raise a 5 or an ace too often on the turn there, I don't think. So we can pretty comfortably just it's just such a bad call. I don't know what I was doing. Um and we're just gonna attack here in the bottom left. And yeah, we're just gonna show down the jacks now. Yeah. He still has queens and kings, or sometimes queens and kings, but definitely has queens in there. But also has tens and nines and eights. So we lose to nines on the river in his range. So and still value bet turn. And open queen six suited, bump the ace jack suited. And we don't know what to do against this villain. Oh, there we squeeze here with the ace jack. Okay, pick up the queen. It's a bit of an interesting spot here. I think I'm still gonna bet. Still, I don't give credit. Like I wouldn't give him credit to bluff shove here with flush draws and anything or anything like that. I think he probably check raises ace three, ace seven, maybe ace queen if he doesn't three bet pre. Call the ace, like a weak ace that didn't three bet. And we'll get calls from like club draws and spade draws and stuff. He raises turn here, so I think we can pretty comfortably fold. You can also just check this turn a whole bunch as well. Um, he's done quite a bit of check raising though, so it is starting to get tempting to start having to call this guy down. I think you're gonna peel one. Like we block ace queen, ace three is super unlikely now. Pocket threes are significantly less likely. I don't like unless he has sevens or ace seven. I don't really think he gets this aggressive with an ace. Um, so kind of feels like he's sort of spewing off here. Like we block, I'm gonna call, but we block it like ace queen, seven, seven. The only issue with the fact that like that run out, it is what it is. You kind of only lose to sevens, I think, at that point. So it's kind of tough. But on the flip side is when you pretty confident that villains are just not bluffing in those scenarios, we could probably have gotten away from that hand because our gut instinct easily could have gotten away from that hand realistically. But um, we did decide to call. He's check raised this like four hands in a row, but I think it's likely he's just had the nuts every time. And the ace ball falls. We'll check there. Okay. And we'll just go half pot multi-way, and we're gonna check call the kings. I think we just have to check call down here with kings. I shouldn't say have to, because you don't technically have to do anything, but like we are gonna be check calling down here with kings. And against the min click, we just don't fold a suited hand, especially one when it's king high. Yeah, that's fine. It's definitely a spot. Again, you can just like fold at the lower stakes, I think. Just villains aren't bluffing enough or attacking enough. They're also not three betting enough, which means they have all kinds of like every suited ace and every like ace, probably eight offsuit and up, and ace deuce, ace three, ace four, ace five offsuit. Like they're just calling all these hands, right? So their like ace X range is almost always significantly there. Okay, folding here, bump the jack 10 suited, Dr. Trady. Three bets us. I guess we're not quite heads up. Definitely been doing a lot of folding this morning, which I never like, but kind of just into quite a few scenarios. Thing is, you lose your patience a bit and you end up making some bad calls, like top left there. But I don't know. I think the logic is sound. Like we really only lose to pocket sevens there. Like the only issue to the logic there is that like villain doesn't bluff. So you know, we will defend here with Jack 10 suited. It's a somewhat small three bet. We get led into. I have nothing, so I'm actually just going to bump up over this donk bet on this board, and I'm going to check call river here or check call turn, and we'll let him decide what he wants to do on the river. Um, I think we peel one here. And we just have to donk lead here on this board. And I'm going to check call the ace once he checks back on turn. That's a very large portion of his range. It's going to be king X. We definitely fold there a bunch, but we do call some portions of the time. And I think once the flush card hits, we need to bet. And if he calls anything but a club, we'd be barreling river. We're not going to cold call with the fives. Okay, flop checks around here in the bottom right. We're going to be value betting now. We're going to raise the ace king. We're going to raise the king 10. And we're going to check the pre-flop opener on this board and just let go some portion of the time. Actually, I think like if we're gonna have a bluffing hand, 3-2 suited's probably not bad. 4-5 diamonds, stuff like that are probably pretty good. If he doesn't have an ace, he's just gonna do a lot of folding. So I think I am gonna check raise this one. Fold to 10-4, fold to 9-5. And we're just gonna be opening like every hand here against most villains heads up. Just because they're mass overfolding. They're going to overfold to C bets. They're going to overfold pre-flop. They're going to overfold to turn bets. So we can kind of try to take advantage of that. This particular villain is relatively tight. Um, we do still want to value bet here, value bet here, value bet here, fold here, fold here, fold here, fold here. Bump jack eight suited. Three-handed, we do a lot of min opening, just because villains naturally don't defend enough to it. So we kind of already have an advantage by min opening. And we do get paid off by top two, which is pretty fine, realistically. Okay, turn two pair, we're gonna go big here. Okay, we lost a villain here. Let's check the tables. They seem to be just like completely dying out right now. Okay, we'll defend the jack 10. We're gonna fold to 4x. It's a pretty good start for us. We do a lot of donk leading on this board. We're gonna check raise them again. We are gonna defend here. Um, Gut shot, backdoors, new pair possibilities, etc. He does have the 8 and lets it go. That's fine. Bump up to king 9. Okay, we're gonna barrel here with the 9-7. We will call the king 9 to that bet. Two small overcards. Okay, make two pair. King high. And the 3.3 feels like a value bet. I'm gonna call here. I'm curious kind of what he did check there with. Oh, he just boats up on the river. Right. It's hard to keep up your 8 tables that are three-handed. Check raise here with top two. And we're gonna bet because we have absolutely nothing. And we did work off here. Hmm. And we'll let this one go as well. You take down the jack six. Okay, aces on the NL 100 table. It's a good spot to be in. Try to get some action here. Ace five suited. I think, well, it's just so small. I don't think we can do anything but call here when we're 150 bigs deep in position. Obviously not a great hand for us. No action with the aces. And the fish leaves the table. You're just not getting paid here if you ever make the straight in that scenario. So if you're not getting like clean odds, I don't think there's going to be too many like implied odds in that specific scenario. Three bet the ace five suited. What happened here? And we're gonna barrel. So he limp called by the looks of it. I want to give him credit to start trying to bluff me here, so we're definitely just gonna blast. He does call, which is a good scenario for us. Hopefully, he also just has a flush and doesn't want to fold it. He does not have a flush, so lets it go. And we would have king high in the top left. So generic go, probably gonna get a purple tag here soon. Seems relatively aggressive. Okay. They pick up the open ender here. We could raise, we could call. I think we'll raise this time. Once he checks here, it's just like so often ace king. We're gonna leave this on a 100 table probably soon. So I think anything but an ace or a king, we call river. And that's a really good run out actually. So we're just gonna shove here. I think we have the best hand. Um, but he never really has us beat. Or sorry, he never has like pocket threes or pocket eights when he four bets. So I think we just jam here. And the fact that like I think we have the best hand against ace king because our plan was to call. And also maybe he folds like aces some portion of the time. Not this specific time, I guess. Okay. We're gonna have to definitely take him. We're just gonna untag him, I think. Oh, and he's leaving. Or no, he didn't. Sorry, he was up here. That was weird. Okay, we're gonna bump. Yeah, 9, 10. Okay, we make the straight. Do lose to ace king, but he three bets that pre. King nine. Could lose to king nine some portion of the time here. I think we'll just check back. Yeah, we just end up chopping too often here. Or losing to a flush or getting like check shoved on. There's just not a lot of value there when there's four, four to a straight. Against a fish, you could definitely call. But I don't think this guy is a recreational anymore. Oh, the camera froze. Lovely. this piece of shit. Okay, we're just gonna give the camera a bit of a break here. I don't know. I'm gonna have to disconnect it and go back to the old one, I think. Let's try this again. Okay, it's back. Oh, never mind. Yeah, it's back. Fold the 10 deuce. Bump the king 7 off. Good Lord, man, this guy. I mean, you kind of know pre-flop that he's got the nuts. I don't know about this hand. Turn check really feels like ace king. Like I'm not a big fan of checking the aces there. Could argue maybe just calling is best, but I think villain never has it. He might just say, well, in a 4-bet bet, I'm not folding aces and call it a day. The issue is like when we shove there, like what were we ever bluffing? Most villains are never bluffing. So he probably loses there like 95% of the time. We're kind of playing off that fact that because we know he never has it straight. Oh, and we can have pretty much all the straights and all the sets and stuff and two pairs that would shove there to try to get paid by queens, kings, aces. Um, it's just kind of one of those spots where I thought if we shoved, he could fold kings and aces there. Um, queens, kings, aces. And if he has anything else, we're winning anyways. Fold to 10-3. Okay. Camera froze again. I don't know why it's doing this, but it is driving me nuts. Well, this guy's played every hand, so obviously the money's just going in here. It's only 8 hands, but if you've played every hand over 8 hands, you're probably pretty loosey-goosey. Queen King, you can 3-bet, you can defend. I think we just end up folding out all of the range that we beat. He does tank call. Queen 10 suited. Okay. Yeah, we can run it twice. Pretty much flipping anyways. It's a good start. Queen. At least we ate out one of his outs. Ate up one of his outs. We're gonna call here. We're gonna 3-bet here, and we're going to check raise here, and we're gonna call one big blind over here. Man, the boards are not in our favor today. Go for some thin value here. We're gonna defend the nines. Just call. 8-9 gets there. Fives, pocket sixes, pocket sevens. 4-5 gets there now. We are going to check here. I am going to fold the nines, and we're going to check back the queens. All the hands. Like, good lord. I got to throw a tilt out here. This guy's just running hot. Okay, bump the ace jack off. He's on fire. Can't get your break here. So we got the threes here. Bump the ace queen. And we call here. Trips on the turn. Again, bro. Okay. I'm gonna raise this because I think Daddy 231299 is not folding a weak ace ever. And I'm gonna value bet river. I wish MacGyver folded because if he shoves, I probably have to fold. Ace queen, ace 10, nice. A little bit of value missed there, but it's really tough against this guy who doesn't three bet ace queen or probably ace king in that spot. We know this villain very well. So it's just kind of a ugly spot. Okay. And we could call here with the aces. We elected four bet in this particular scenario. Did he bet flop here? Yes. We're just gonna check call here. And we'll probably check call river against this guy as well. Nice. And we'll go small again on turn. And he lets go. Okay, and we're gonna ISO here with the ace nine, fold the 9-5, fold the 9 deuce, fold the queen 9. Okay, we're gonna go bet small, and then big bet. I think no, just let's go. Easy enough. Fold the 9 deuce. Overbet turn when checked back. Set 100 table is not going great. What do we do? We three bet here and got pulled four bet. Or no, just four bet. Okay. Not getting much going here in the bottom right either. It's not really any hands in either of these guys' range when they both call. Um, that should be able to withstand an overbet and then a barrel and another barrel. Except for maybe like ace eight off, pocket eights, but a lot of three betting should be going on in those specific scenarios. So we just have the world here, so um just gonna check once to him. And we're gonna be blasting here with the ace clubs. Damn. Are you what in the well, that's a little bit tilting. Guess he just decided I'm calling. So I don't think there's much that calls here. I think we need to check and hope he has a decent spade and just will value bet it. We can check shove. Fuck's sakes. Fours, yeah, okay. Oh man, that was a frustrating hand against this guy. Well, we definitely need to be going for value against him. See if he pulls the triple barrel. Nice. Thank for that river. I was gonna say most villains don't really know enough to overbet like these boards with their like as a standard for like their C bet against the blinds. So it's probably a little bit more likely he actually had a nutted hand there, given that he just folds the six. Do appreciate everybody who is checking out the stream. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, helps promote the channel. We also are over on Twitch if you're wanting to check that out as well. And our camera is not frozen. Okay. We're just a little bit behind, I think, on YouTube there. Okay, called King 8 off. Pretty much been losing every hand here at this N100 table. Just been like completely card dead. I haven't even had a hand to open really. Or I just, yeah, like 9 deuce, Jack 8, King 3, 10 3, 10 9. We got jacks. We got to walk with jacks. Hmm. Maddie flopped it with the raise. Okay, bump the ace 7. And we're going to bump up the threes here. And we can 3-bet the eights. We can call the eights. I think we'll 3-bet this time. I guess we just let this one go. Tough against that villain. We're just looking for, excuse me, we're just looking for value mostly against him. Okay, bump the ace 9 suited. Oh, excuse me. So we've been cruising along pretty good at the NL25 tables. Um, we haven't really, I don't think we've lost much at NL100. We've just been like pretty card dead. Okay, we get cold 4-bet from Zeal, who's extremely nitty. So I think everybody here knows what to do in that particular scenario. And that would be to, that's a massive 3-bet. So this is just an easy fold for us. It's like massive 3-bet. You have to huge, like you have to be like mega overfolding in those scenarios. Okay, we take it down with the sevens. It is hard to keep up here between the stream and the and the three-handed and the heads-up table. But we'll see about doing our here. C betting here, king 7, defending the deuces. Get the set. We are going to call here when he leads into us. I'm going to call again. Wow. River ski. He does fold. You can argue basically we're either pretending to rep the queen and hope he has it because it's not going to fold. That's kind of where that hand was going. But given that he checked flop, probably better off just to have kind of gone for the small value bet there. Try to make something happen. We're going to value bet the ace here. Three bet the ace jack. Bump the 10 deuce suited. Okay. And we're gonna overbet here on the queen turn. Fold the king nine. He does call, so we're just checking now. Most likely, like almost all. Wow, MacGyver gets it in. Oh man, could he have the combo draws here? Some portion of the time. We blocked Jack 10. Ah, shit, so much 8x. I think we have to call though, anyways. Yeah, just always 8x. I don't know what I'm thinking, like that I could actually call there, and not be up against the nuts versus this villain. Super frustrating. We're gonna get another walk here with the kings. 7. It's crazy that he even called there, but I guess that is some logic to that. I'm gonna shove here. I think the higher stakes regs will look at this as ace king a lot more than they will as like aces or kings, and it can lead to some um, calls from them that you potentially might not otherwise get. Not necessarily a super standard play, but I do like it because a lot of the uh, like regs will see that as ace king or like jack queen suited in that specific spot, like jack queen suited, um, ace king, that kind of stuff. You know, for the check raise here, we're gonna see that up here in the top right. Take that down, take that down. Pump the king 10. I hate paying off this guy though. Man, I hate paying him off. Ugh. I just don't think I can fold there. I don't know. With the diamonds. Oh, excuse me. He just always has an 8 though. I don't know. It's just when he's short stacked there, it's tough to say he always has an 8 because he could have some combo draws. Even being that tight, the combo draws are going to get in when they're short stacked. Even like the nittiest guys on site will start getting combo draws in when they're like, 60 bigs deep kind of thing. I'm just gonna make sure there's no other NL50 tables up that we're missing. There's not. Okay, we'll just show down the fours if we get to. Take it down. And we're just call it down with the king here. 10-8 gets there. Queen 10 improved on the turn. Does overbet it. Most of his overbets have been value, but I think we have to call here heads up with the king. Yeah. Okay, and we make the nuts over here. And we'll value bet it. We are going to call the deuce here. No action with them. This table hasn't been great for us. We've been stacked against generic goat, and then we lost. Almost got it all back, and then lost again to MacGyver. And we will check down now. Here's jacks, okay. Okay, value bet, or not value bet, but block here with the open ender and back doors. Very good turn card. Barrel again. Take it down. Fold the deck 10-7. Value bet the fours. Take it down with the trips. And value bet the fours again. Nine's a good card, makes it less likely that he has the 9 ball. And I think we'll just check call. Give him a chance to like bluff. He does have 8. How do you not bet that? Whatever. We'll take it. We're calling just about everything there. Okay, raise, 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 raise. We'll just call the ace queen this time. We do 3-bet it also a whole bunch. We just mix in a call every once in a while to keep our big blind range a little stronger than some villains might give it credit for. Okay. Deuces. Against this guy, I guess we just check. Once he checks back flop, calls the overbet on turn, he's just gonna have like ace X so often, like just a bad ace. I'm gonna call here against this guy. Does have the queen. Just playing 100% of hands, so every once in a while we're just gonna need to station down against him. Probably on this board's not great. Realistically, these are just so many like pairs you can have there. That's just so much board coverage. Your hand just covers so much of that board, or however you say that. Fold the ace-7. Okay, we're gonna 3-bet here with the 8s. Bump the jack-9 off. Sixes. We just clicked it back because he clicked it into us, so kind of playing a bit of a game there. And we overbet here with the jack-9. He does call. That's fine. 3-bet here, call here. Guess I should check the camera. It is frozen again. Good lord, this camera's driving me up the wall. And we do barrel again here. Check to him over here, and we'll be check calling here. Fold the jack-4. He does call. At this point, I don't know if he's willing to fold a hand here. He shouldn't have ace-queen. He shouldn't have ace-4 suited. He shouldn't have aces. He shouldn't have queens. Uh, there's just not going to be a lot in his range. Question becomes, is he willing to fold an ace here? I mean, I think at this point we just have to go for it. I mean, we're basically saying we have ace king plus here, right? So it'll be a tough call for him with like ace-5 offsuit. Actually, the 4 is probably a bad card to barrel on. Missed that. But we got it through. But what happened here on the flop? Check, fair value bet here, tough fold, 10-4. So like the issue with blasting here on the river is his hand is now pocket aces, or like if he has an ace, it's gonna be aces and 4s with a queen high, and it's like he only really loses to like ace queen and ace king now, for our range. So I think probably not great to blast that river given that, but we did get it through, so possible he was willing to call queens twice there as well. We're going to play very cautiously post flop here. Not really going to be, well, now we're not. Okay, we're going to bump the ace king, bump the ace jack. Um, Pot size bet. I think I'd rather just check raise it. Okay, we're done. Insta click back. Probably a bluff. I think given how wet this board is, we just need to 3-bet here and hope he just shoves kings or aces. Okay, we get donk led into and a call, so we can just get out of the way with ace king pretty cleanly. Okay, and now, so we should have gone a couple clicks bigger just to get him under a pot size shove, but we're close enough that it's probably not going to make much of a difference. And if he has aces and kings, like he's just calling off. He does snap it, could be queens, ace queen, and perfect. I do like how GG software is set up that when like villains are dead, they just throw the last card out there. They don't delay it. Like some just have a built-in delay to like, build the tension or whatever the heck you want to call whatever it is that's happening. But GG doesn't do that. Like if it's if you're dead, they just run it out, bang, done. See you later. On to the next. Okay, we value bet the king 10. Value bet the king 10. Probably the best hand a good portion of the time here. Ace could change whether he's willing to bet or not. I think we still call kings here though. Yeah, he did get there. We were losing anyways. But now the ace comes, we kind of like to call because it's he'll bluff that too if he has nothing. Probably at a pretty similar frequency. Are we just folding a lot here? I feel like I've just been folding this hand, this table completely. We are going to call here with the 4. Bump the 10-6, bump the queens, bump the king 10. Call the king eight, fold the 4-5 off, and we're gonna value bet the eight again, and we're gonna block bet river. I don't even want to look outside. There's so much snow last night. Do win with our kicker. That's why we value bet again. We will fold here against this villain who's just tight. He's just not making moves. If he is bluffing, so be it. I just don't see it happening often enough. Ice cream, we're going to call here with queens. He'll slow down on that king if he was bluffing. I think if he's not bluffing, he'll just keep blasting. Okay, he does check back. Could have some combo draws and stuff. Oops, folded there. Question becomes, do we want to value bet? I don't think so, because it's just gross if we bet and he like check shoves 7-8. So we'll check back. And then I think we can just like comfortably show down queens here. I think at this point we only what would call us? Ace 10 got there. Maybe like a queen 10 might call, but there's not a whole lot that calls, so we're just gonna check here. Sixes, yeah. Nobody check raises without the nuts. That's just how it goes. Okay, we did lose a denture here. I don't know if we won too much off of him. I think, oh yeah. No, we didn't. We started with 200 bigs. We ended with 200 bigs. Tempting to call here because this guy's probably a little bit tilted from whatever happened against this villain. But I'll fold this time. Did I say the camera's frozen? Yeah, the camera's frozen. Okay, let's try to fix that again. Got to get a new camera. Not sure why it's constantly doing this. I'm just going to deactivate it for a little bit, and then we'll try to bring it back. Okay, bump here, bump the aces, snapshots. We're just going to call here. It is what it is. Queen 10, we'll take it. Runs it once. We flop the nuts. And we hope to avoid a runner-runner scenario, and we do. That's an unfortunate flop. I was just going to say, this is probably a bad bet if we don't want to check call. Nice. That would have been great. That's crazy. All right, dodge the king. Let's not get too excited. Good thing you didn't have the king of spades. Makes sense maybe to check shove the king of spades, but I'm not a big fan of the check shove with just the kings. We will call here, obviously. Oh, the 4-5 suited. Ace jack. Check here. I think we'll fold here. Defend the jack 10. Raise the jacks. It is pretty good call though, like calling the 4-bet pre-flop. I'll give him that. Especially against us, if you know villain's willing to blast post-flop, then you can be pretty happy actually just letting them jam it out. Probably going to call this river over bet. Ice cream just in here spewing away. So what happened here? Flop goes check, turn goes floppy raises. I think I call. Ace 10, okay. Waffle melon in the top left. Fold the 10 deuce. Okay, make a straight. The low end of it though. Let's give him one of these. We know you're coming. Come on, baby. Three bet here with the jacks. Fold the jack three, fold the jack four. Bet the king eight. Whoa. I guess we call. Ace eight off. Okay, we'll take it. Fuck off, man. It's one thing when it's like a decent move, but when they just like jam ace eight offsuit, blind versus blind, and they just spike the ace, it's so tilting. It does check raise, let's say. Interesting. Good play. You're getting us to fold. Okay, value bet the three here. Value bet the jack here. Fold the 10-4. I don't know. I call, I guess. Queen Jack makes sense. In case you haven't noticed, every time somebody's raised, almost, they've had the nizzles. Not so much when they've been barreling, but when they've check raised, it's been the schnizzles. Now, what happened there where that guy tilted off in that hand? 112. King 9. What did he have? Jack 9. Oh, he banked it on the river. Bet call, bet call, bet raise call. Interesting. Okay, fold here. Not much for us. Half pot here. Okay, we're gonna check back. It's kind of a shitty run out. I think we just check down now. Here got a little bit more value there, I think. And we'll value bet river. Really? You checked, and then barreled here. Holy fuck. Okay. Try to bring the camera back here in a second. Check here, bottom pair, trips in the top left. All right, see if we can get the camera back up and working now. Ace King, we threw that pretty good board for us. We bowed up on the river. He probably made the flush. We obviously jam here. Nice. Yeah, it's an unfortunate river card for him. We do stack him. Fold a 9-7. See bet here. See bet here. All right, so camera's back. Appreciate everybody checking out the stream over on Twitch. Bump here. To get called. Are you just checking back this flop here? I think we'll check back here. We'll definitely defend the ace. All right, it's a good river card. I think we have to go for value on it now. Still lose to 9-10, King X. Threes, take it down. Check here. I'm actually going to go big here, given that we have pocket eights. It's a good turn card. Wonder if we check back here. I'm going to check back. Fuck. Can we just not one card in the deck that sucks? One, he doesn't bluff anymore because it's an ace. Two, we lose to spades, so it's gonna be harder if he does bet for us to want to check shove on him. He bumps M5. Back three fold, here three fold. Okay. We gotta stop min clicking. 7-5 suited. Fold the 9-6. Queen 3, we take it down. Jack 3, we're just gonna fold. 9-5 suited raise. King 8 raise. Fold here. He's just three betting too big, so we can comfortably like fold a lot of our hands when he does that. Get walked with tens. Okay, flop bottom pair. Flop a gut shot. I'm gonna go 3/4 pot on both. Check raised here. I'd rather call on this one. Okay, we're gonna get out of it now. Defend the Queen 4 suited. Okay, flop bottom pair here. Just looking to get showdown with the ace. Definitely defending here with bottom pair. And we'll show down the ace. Now check deciding here on the turn. The 10 should be slowing him down. Bump king queen off. Fold 4 deuce. Bump the ace 4 suited. If you guys are watching on Twitch, we also have our YouTube page up and running. You should definitely be checking that out as well. Man, we are just bricking flops here. All right, we're gonna take a break here for a little bit. That's a very good turn. I'm gonna check to him though. Oh, we got another villain in the top left. Oh, come on, bro. These runouts are killing me. Nice. Queen's great. Great runout. Great turn, I meant. That's a great river card. We were probably calling anyways. Maybe not on the river card, but if the river was anything but a heart, we wouldn't be calling. Probably should have kept bluffing there to fold out a queen, or to fold out a king, sorry, realistically. He's slowing down. I wonder if he's watching the stream. Fold king 6 off. Appreciate everybody checking out the channel. It's the same guy from here. Yeah, it is. It's a big cold 4-bet. We can just get out of the way. Sizing's too big. Definitely fold here to that. A bit of a misclick there. Meant to c-bet that. Okay, it's an interesting river card. I think we have to call here when we make the nut straight. Yeah, it's fine. It's not much we can do there. We lose to hearts a lot, but I don't think we can make such a strong hand and then fold. It's kind of just the reality to it. Okay, make a pair. I think we just check. So he checks back flop, bets turn. Kind of want to call here. Oh, for fuck's sakes. I hate this guy, man. Checks back a fucking open-ended or gut shot flush draw and somehow gets there. Okay, we're gonna evaluate the queen. This little tilt off there. This line didn't make any sense, but he did get there, so I guess it makes sense if he's worried about me check raising flop, but super tilting to lose those hands. It's like getting stacked at NL25 almost, right? Just shouldn't be so tilted. Okay, we're gonna evaluate the ace jack here in the bottom left. Zeal, 3 bets for the first time. We're 3-bet the ace 10, and we're gonna bump the 9-10, and we're gonna bump the king 6, and we're gonna fold the king 7, and we're gonna bump the aces, and he's gonna probably fold for the first time ever. Told you. Oh man, crazy world we're living in here. Crazy world we're living in here. Okay, bump here, fold here. I'm just gonna leave this table. It's tilting me a little bit too much here. Just like getting walked constantly and then getting stationed every other time. Okay, make trips on the turn. We're value betting. We're raising. We are raising. And we are checking here. And we're going to fold now. Yeah, makes sense. Good to the river. Value bet. Bluff. Barrel. Check. We are going to float with the ace. Defend. Check. I think I call the ace. Nice. Um, Fold here. I guess we'll dip this table. And we'll go back to 6-handed. Float the ace. All the deuces. Raise the ace 3. And we're just going to switch back to 6 tables. And the camera is once again frozen. I'm gonna go small here, or check here, check here. Man, this camera thing's like super frustrating. Okay. Aces here in the top middle. Do get it raised. We'll check back the ace here. Camera is back. Okay. Hold 4-bet, 20 bigs, no bigger. Defend here with the gut shot. And we're gonna call here with the ace with trip 5s. He has the boat. He definitely likes to check down to the river and then bet the river. So we're gonna have to stop probably calling so many river bets versus him. He definitely just likes to check down the river and then bet. Oh, we win with 9 high. Nice. And we're gonna evaluate the ace here. Interesting. He probably just has it. Not going to call against him there. Bump here. Veal seems to be opening up a lot here, actually. He was tagged as an Uber nit, but he also could just be running relatively hot on that table. Okay, value bet here. Defend the ace five, can three bet as well. We're not three betting anywhere near the amount we're supposed to be three betting, but neither is villain. This is a spot where we're gonna have to put the ace 10. We should have been donk leading this board. It's a really small C bet. We are gonna call. All right, it's gonna be tough for him. We're just gonna blast this one. And we're just gonna, what do we want to do here? Three bet us, checks the flop. We're gonna stab here. Probably only like check raises, jacks and kings and king jack here. I don't think he's been three betting fives or sevens or anything often enough to make me think he has anything there. Yeah, we are going to take a quick break here in a minute. Now we're just going to get walked with aces again. A little three bet here. How much have we been three betting? Probably enough. And we're going to value bet here. We are going to defend the king queen. We are going to brick it again. Ace something. Ace deuce. Yeah. Okay. This guy's definitely likes to check. Okay, spike the seven. Okay. This guy has to play two tables heads up. I'm already playing one, two, three, kind of four tables heads up. So I think I'll pass for now. Um, but I will be taking a break here shortly as well. Okay, flop a good draw, turn a massive draw, and break it. I mean, we have all the draws blocked, so we probably have to just check give up here, right? Ace queen, not a big fan, but whatever. Okay, we're gonna go for the check raise on that board, of course. Fold the 8-4. Man, I don't remember the last time we hit a flop here against this guy. And we're just gonna go big. Take it down. Brick it. Fold. Brick it. Brick it. Fold. Bumping here. Bumping here. Okay. Check. Fold. Fold. Have to call here. Call here. Bet here. Call here. Fold here, check here. Fold the queen three, fold, 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 fold. Fold the eight deuce. And I think we just try to get the showdown here with our six. Our timing kind of looks like we had a flush draw there because we were deciding to bet it or not, which kind of sucks, but we are just gonna have to bet it now. Okay, fold the ace nine, bump the king three suited, fold the king three. Three bets here. We are going to float the fours. He checks. We will also check with our specific hand. Okay, checking here, folding here. Bump the ace king suited. Three bet the ace queen. Brick. Value bet here, the ace king. A lot of heads up going on. This camera freeze again. I'm gonna lose my mind. No, it's still running. Okay. Bump here, bump here, bump here. We're gonna value bet again here. Fold here. Doing a lot of folding here on these heads up table. More than I would like to be doing. And we're gonna value bet here, call here, fold here, make wads. I'm just gonna keep attacking. Take that down. We just folding it way too much up here. Oh yeah, big time. Just like folding every hand. Yeah, I think we're kind of in a. We're just gonna jam this. No, okay. Could argue maybe that's not a great play from us, but I think when you get quads, you just want to go for it there. I think. I don't know. Let me just see here where we at. So bet there for value. We're gonna check back, and then we're just gonna call and or value bet river. And we're gonna go over bet because it looks bluffier. Try to get him to call. Like sevens, king high, something like that. The only thing that's gonna shove on us is gonna be an eight. Interesting. Three bet the ace queen. All right, we'll close off some of these tables, I guess, and see if we can get some other action. Whoa, what just happened? Okay, we're gonna have to bluff again on the turn. All right, we're gonna sit out. We're gonna take a quick break. Um, won't be gone too long. Bit of a tilting hand there. Okay, we will be right back. and I just realized my microphone's been muted since we came back from break. So bottom line, not a ton of action. You saw the results. Uh, Not the voiceover for it though, but that's all good. I was just saying, if you do not follow Savant Poker, we were featured in their last and latest video, so feel free to go check that out. Give them a sub too. Um, had a good subscriber kind of boost from that, so it's kind of neat. But yeah, I think we're just gonna end the stream here. Stream's kind of dead. It's early in the morning. There's a ton of snow I got to go deal with. So, and the action, there's none of it. So.